I'm going to have a little watch of some Ali G. Classic best moments. It's come up in the algorithm. It's making me watch. I am a person raised in the 90s, so I fully remember this young chap. We haven't got anything better than 480. Right, let's do it. If you don't remember Ali G, it's what's his name? Baron Sacha Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen. Yes, who, not to be confused with his cousin, Simon Baron Cohen, the autism researcher. This is one of his characters, Ali G.
Booyakasha, check this out, yo. I is here with my main woman, Naomi Wolf. She be important feminist and has like written enough books.
So bearing in mind, this dude was pre-internet, so everyone didn't know who he was immediately, and by this point they must know something's going on, but I don't know how serious they take it, but yeah.
About that kind of stuff. Do you think that women should have equal rights in the workplace?
Yeah, do you?
Well, ain't there the problem that if they start getting them there, then they're going to start asking for them at home?
Yeah, and what's wrong with that? Research has shown, this is my favorite statistic of misconceptions, that the most erotic thing a man can do for a woman is the dishes, is housework.
Is do the dishes?
Well, after she's had a
thought it was
child.
Research has shown what?
The figure of
After a
eight when
child.
you...
Well, that's good before.
That is
Yeah.
what I use, baby,
Okay, well,
yeah.
that's good.
All right then, no offense, but if you were so equal,
Yeah.
how come even the things that you claim that you was better at men, at, like cooking, you know, you ain't?
Well, who says women are...
That's the sort of thing boys say when they start learning about that in teen years.
better at cooking?
All the best chefs in the world is like men, like, you know, Colonel Sanders, man or woman Ronald McDonald. Them is like a million times better than Wendy.
Yes, a very good question. I mean, I guess I have to say I never claimed that women are better cooks than men. You're right. The great chefs have all been men.
But you got proof, data.
Do you reckon now that women has got more job opportunities than men?
No, I do not.
Because, you know, you've got all the lap dancers, all the...
I don't know when this is from, and I mean, I'm pretty sure it's from Ali G. Was it called In the House? Ali G. In the House. That was the film. Show. Let's just put show. And the Ali G show. Okay, yeah. The year 2000 overview episodes. And then there was the USA one. If we have a look for all of Cohen's work, then we'll know. Invented by this dude. Two-minute sketches as fashion reporter. Bruno, yeah, okay. On Paramount in '98, he shot to fame with comic character Ali G, a fictional stereotype of British suburban male chav who imitated urban black British hip-hop culture and British Jamaican country. Yeah, that's about right. As well as speaking in rude boy style English with borrowed expressions from Jamaican patois. Hailing from Staines, Ali G, okay, let's Borat, yeah, we got a bit of Borat. Let's find out when the show was, though. We want an exact. I don't know what that was, but Ali G in the House, 2002. Right? Oh wait, that's the film. That's the film. TV. EastEnders. No way. He was in EastEnders. No way. The Ali G show, 2000 to 2004. That must have been when the American one was. Yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yes, he was in that. What a guy. Right, let's go.
The bitch, the woman in the rap videos, whatever, strippers, you know.
a lot of countries in Eastern Europe are collapsing, and women like me,
For real.
you know, have to sell sex in order to
For real.
eat, you know, in order to look after their children. And there's
But
nothing sadder.
if you did, you would make loads. I'm not saying you never have to. But
Well, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that because I'm almost
Don't worry.
40, so that's nice that, you know, I could possibly take the streets if I needed to. But let me tell you honestly, how would you feel if you had to sell sex, your sex?
what if people pay me money for sex?
No, honestly. I mean, I know,
Wicked,
like,
man, I
okay.
was beat
yeah, you
every
think it's
day.
so cool. Yeah,
Do
right.
beat
Yeah,
late in the
yeah,
office
yeah,
24 hours
right,
a day,
yeah.
7 days a week, 369.
I mean, would you call a woman a bitch? Would you say you're my bitch and expect her to feel really cared for and respected?
Well, with me Julia, I've got a girlfriend, and I do sometimes call her my bitch, but you know, in the bedroom, whatever, you know, that is them words come out, and you know, she ain't got a problem with it.
Okay.
I love how his face
Gee, I'm
changes.
kind of speechless.
I ain't calling her a bitch, I was calling her my bitch.
bitch. I'm sorry. Okay, my
Yeah,
bitch.
come on.
Okay, you know, I guess
bit
we're
different.
just really speaking at
For
cross
what?
purposes because
So what
I'm
is
so
it?
offended by this.
She's taking it well. She's offended.
We're going to be talking about the drug thing. Let's start from over here.
This guy straight away
That's
is like,
Morocco
what?
black, innit?
Yeah.
Have to be a double stick if you didn't know that. How much would this cost you on the street?
About 60, 70 pounds.
Aye, but you'd probably be getting ripped off if you had to pay that much.
black.
I mean, you can get it cheaper than that.
Okay.
So what is the
Yeah, it's like how much should he? They're not in on it. Like back then, they just were not in on it.
I mean, we all know it's called the Bionic, the Bomb, the Puff, the Black, the Herb, the Sensi, the Chronic,
Yeah.
the Sweet Mary Jane, the Shit, the Bomb, the Ganja, the Reefer, the Bad, the Buddha, the Homegrown, the Ill, the Maui Maui, the Method, the Pot, the Shake, the Stank, the Stress, the Tide,
He's
the Whack.
bemused.
But is there any other terms that parents should be aware of?
Puff, blow.
Well done.
Lots of names.
Yeah, well done.
And what is its
well done.
effects?
You can go paranoid, which means
Can't believe you threw some extra words in there. Excellent.
you think people or things are coming at you.
Aye.
It makes your heart race. Your blood pressure can go low, so you can feel a bit woozy sometimes. It's got a lot of
woozy.
medical effects on the body.
And is there any negative effects?
No, those are negative effects. But,
Oh. His timing is just perfect. It's mad how how clever he is acting so dumb.
long term, there are negative effects.
So if you wanted to get started, would you recommend this as a good first smoke?
I wouldn't recommend it, no.
So far, this stuff is all legal.
No, it's not.
What, these things? No, but if you has got it in your home, then that is cool, isn't it?
No, it's all illegal. It's all against the law.
But if you was using it for personal use or whatever, it is legal if you has got like half a kilo or something like that.
I wouldn't like to try that on.
All right. What if it's your religion?
Then you have to convince the court it's your religion.
But let's say someone don't look like a Rasta, but they's got a couple of Bob Marley records, and he's got one of those hats with threads attached or whatever. Do you think that would get them off in a court?
Don't think so.
All right. And
He's
which
a good
drugs is
spot, this
Class
guy.
A?
Class A drugs are mainly the heroin and cocaine type of drugs.
Does Class A absolutely guarantee that there is better quality?
Nothing to do with quality. You can have total crap.
Oh, I was
Okay.
getting angry.
So what is these?
Chemical name is 3,4-methylene dioxymethamphetamine, which is why a lot of people call it ecstasy.
Ain't the most worrying thing about these, though, that it actually make you enjoy house music?
Yeah, you enjoy music? Yeah.
Is there a chemical inside it
That's gotta
that
be an edit, that.
actually
That's an
make you
edit.
dance like a bellend?
Yeah. It makes you dance.
What is that
It's-
chemical called?
Well, it's the ecstasy. It's the actual chemical itself.
How many E's can you take in one night and still be safe if you ask to do it?
Some people can take 2 or 3 E's and no problems.
Because I has never ever taken any drugs, and you can test me piss. But I've got a mate called Dangerous Dave, and I ain't gonna say his family name, obviously. But he say that he has taken 22 E's in one night.
Did he have a headache? Did he feel?
Well, he said he was
probably
like,
heard of
you know,
people
he found
in
it
the
difficult
20s.
to get to sleep.
I know people
but
in
the
the-
next day
maybe-
he was really
maybe
buzzing,
15.
and actually the people on the Egham to Ruislip bus
Which
said
is
that he
awful.
drove it better than he ever done it. So do you think it actually helped him?
It wouldn't help you to drive a bus.
Do you think it's ever right to give animals an E?
Well, if you want to know more about a substance, I'd rather you gave it to a
Your
rabbit
pet.
or a rat rather than taking it yourself and testing it on yourself.
For real,
Shaky,
what if they look
shaky
sad?
ethics.
Do you think it's right to give your animal an E then?
I think it would help.
Because my mate Jezzy F once fed one to his dog, and it went mental and started barking and then tried to bone the cat. Is that kind of thing possible?
It's quite possible. Don't forget that 1 tablet is a lot for a dog.
For real. Which is the type of acid that actually make you fly?
No acid makes you fly.
But ain't,
Acid can make you think you fly.
but ain't there one? Because my mate Dave said he took this type and he flew all around the room, and then his mum told him to get some ciggies from the shop, and he actually flew there down there in the buses,
Yeah.
and flew back and was back in like 5 seconds or whatever, but he'd forgotten to buy the ciggies.
Well, that's the answer, isn't it? You think things are happening to you. You may think you can fly, but your feet are still on the ground. They never leave the ground. And if you're not careful, you might trip up and hurt yourself.
So with the whole thing here, what is the lesson, the real lesson that people out there need to know?
Substances, chemicals, drugs affect the way your body works.
For real.
Your body is beautifully constructed.
Thank you.
It works very, very well. If you take any of
Okay.
these things, you run a big risk of making it work not so well.
Aye.
Respect to the band. The environment
Yeah,
has
that guy
always
was a
been
good
well
spot.
important to me, innit? In fact, it was leaning against this very
We'll do
recycle
one more,
bins
yeah.
that me first managed to bond me Julie.
One more clip. But we'll
So
sa-
that is
we'll
why
save it.
I decided to do me bit to help out the tree protesters at Crystal Palace. West Side.
Yeah, it's here to help.
Everybody is talking about the environment thing. What is they banging on about? I don't know. That is why it's come down to the tree protesting site to solve the
What are the
problem of
glasses?
the environment. And maybe to mash up some police.
Go on, man.
Ali's environment. We're here at the HQ of the tree people. Gonna go in, help them out. For them people out there, what is they actually doing? Why is they here?
Because there's so little space, from what I can gather, there's so
Aye.
little space left in London, and they want to put a multi-story cinema complex and a rooftop
wicked.
car park for 1,000 cars.
But is it going to be one of them new cinemas with all the air conditioning and the Dolby surround?
Well,
question.
I don't know, it will be a modern structure of some sort, but do we...
The day is wicked, no? Should they not build this one and knock down the crap ones and then build trees there?
Yeah, good show. Yeah. Build trees.
Meet the police, meet the police. We're now gonna meet the main copper, the guy who's sorting it all out. If it comes to Iraq, who do you think is gonna win?
No, it's not going to come to Iraq. This is being dealt with as peacefully as possible.
Is it possible for us to get in?
Not at this stage because it's still dangerous.
Is it because I'm black?
Dangerous.
Not at all.
Do you not think it's time for them protesters to start looking after themselves and protecting themselves properly?
Violence don't solve anything, does it? You know?
Oh, I don't know, it does. Yeah, but maybe it does.
Not really. You can't conquer nothing with violence, can you?
Well, you can.
In what situation?
Well, in a violent one.
The fairy boat. Oh man, that's.
People, are you one of the fairies? Who are the pixie people? Are you one of the fairies? Do you like this planet? Do you want to see it go up in smoke?
Yeah, that's the sort of guy I put you off. Supporting these movements. Nah, he's borderline actually.
Both sides of the argument.
If it tones it
Me
down,
don't
you know.
understand either of them. But me is well up for a rock anyway.
The police on there. Yeah. Yeah, William.
Can we not have a little go?
Can we not have a little go?
Is it because eyes black?
So, what does ATF stand for?
Alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives.
And what else does you sell?
We don't sell anything. What we do here is provide a product for police officers worldwide. The explosive.
He was like, oh, he was about to answer, but
how many people work?
Actually, we don't sell it. Give it to our family members.
It's in the different branches.
Right here at the center here, we have 23 people assigned here to take care of the canine training.
Why does you use canines? Wouldn't it be more better to use dogs?
Right. Well, dog's just a slang term for the canine.
But you use mainly dogs, or does you use mainly canines?
In the United States, canine and dog, it's kind of a interchangeable word.
All right, for real.
Okay. Most of the dogs we get are black in color. We do get some yellows and rarely.
I definitely asked him what colour it was, and I did.
Ain't that a bit racialist, getting mainly black dogs to do this?
Oh, not at all. That's just a part of the Labrador Retriever breeding. The black dogs are predominant.
But ain't it a bit racist saying, all right, this is dangerous work, let's get the brothers in to go and find the bombs?
That has nothing to do with that.
Why does you choose dogs to decide where bombs is? Why don't you choose a more intelligent animal like a dolphin?
Again, it'd be quite difficult to have a fish tank on a cart.
But I don't know if you know this, but dolphins ain't fish.
Right.
They's like us. There's memories.
Correct. But they have to get back to a water source every now and again.
There's memories.
The extent of work you'd have to go into versus a dog. And then again, I don't know how good their sense of smell is compared to a dog.
Right.
Dogs are proven, they've been used for a lot of years because of their phenomenal sense of smell.
So why does they stick their noses so close to each other's body?
Again, dogs, they give out different scents. They let the other dogs know what's going on. That's why they're constantly smelling each other.
Because I once smelled a dog's ass and it was horrible. Why does they do it?
Different perception, though. Something that's unpleasant to you isn't unpleasant to them.
Has you ever smelled a dog's ass?
Can't say I have. This is Dabby.
What?
This is Dabby. And this is John.
Hello.
John.
Dabby?
Oh, the dog's name.
Oh, all right, safe. When they actually find the bomb, how long does it take the dog to defuse it?
The dog has nothing to do with that. The only thing that we use the dogs for, what we train the dogs for, is to locate what we call a suspicious item.
For real. Where does you get the dogs from?
We get the dogs from different guide dog agencies.
All right. So does you interview the dogs, or does you get like one of the senior dogs to do it?
The different
He's
trainers
got to play a
actually
thin
will
line
go up
with
and we'll evaluate
these
the
sort of
dogs.
situations.
Why don't you use one of the dogs who's been here for like years to interview them, because they will know
although this
whether
is
it's
pretty
good or
unhinged.
bad.
Right. Well, we like to send, our dogs are busy. They're out looking for explosives, so they don't have the time to go up there and interview the other dogs. So we do it
This guy,
ourselves.
yeah, this guy.
So can these dogs smell drugs?
Being
No.
good.
Thank God.
Not at all.
Yo, respect.
You're safe.
What? Why? How does he know?
You said thank God.
Well, I say that out loud.
Yeah.
I don't have anything on me.
You're all set.
Yo, boom, boom, shake the mofo room. I is here with the main man of medicine. His name BC Everett cool.
Oh, it looks
So
pretty
all
long.
you lot out there need to listen up, because you is as
I might
likely
have to watch
be
this.
killed by an illness as you is by a drive-by. So
Let's do it.
let's talk about the human body, because after all, everyone has got one of them. So we is meant to believe. How important is the heart?
The heart is the pump that makes the blood take all the things that you need nutritionally to all parts of your body.
Why is the actual heartbeat so old-fashioned? You know, boom, 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 boom.
That's a built-in mechanism in the heart that is, it's electrical.
But surely, like, my homies out there would be more into looking after their heart if they had a beat that they could relate to, like on a drum and bass, you know. Then they
How's
would
this
look
guy
after
not
it.
laughing?
Yo, this is me art, respect it.
No, you're way off base there.
But why can't we use technology and, let's say, take out some of the bit, with all respect, boring organs and stick in like a CD player and like wicked speakers? You're like booming out. It's like a walking sound system. That would be wicked, man.
It would be wicked, is what you say. It would be
He
impossible.
looks weird
is a
with his
better
arms
word.
out.
Well, what about sticking a
Too
mobile
old to
phone
be
in there?
wearing,
Surely
wearing
there's
those
space for that.
clothes.
You just don't know what you're talking about. What do you think would happen to your body with the cell phone in there?
Well, it'll be able to answer calls and all that kind of thing.
Oh, you'd start to bleed, you'd start to get infection, and before long, if nobody intervened, you'd be dead.
There we go. That's where we're cutting it. Okay, a bit of Ali G. Very nice. Peace out.